It's December time again. You know what that means. Christmas, Hanukkah, etc., etc. And of course, Red Ribbon Reviewers. Like last year, I will be making this review out to them in order to help spread AIDS awareness. By wearing, or in my case, showcasing the red ribbon, we remind people of the cause we're supporting and to help out through fun videos that can put a smile on everyone's faces. Information on various sites that can help explain the disease and what to do about it can be found there, as well as everyone else's videos that get contributed for the month. Definitely check them out and help spread awareness. As for my contribution, we'll be looking at a classic Christmas story that everyone knows. It's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the 1998 animated movie. Didn't see that coming, eh? Put the card out. Created by Tundra Entertainment and distributed by Good Times Entertainment, this is another adaptation of the classic story by Robert May, with no relation to the Rankin Bass TV special, although funny enough, Good Times Entertainment did have a hand in distributing Rudolph and the Island of Misfit Toys, which, even though it's a sequel to the Rankin Bass special, technically it's a sequel to the movie we're looking at. Yeah, we haven't even started yet, and I have a bad feeling already. If this company can't keep track of what continuity they're following, then how are we even in for a good time? I don't know. I haven't seen this movie before, so who knows? Maybe I'll enjoy it. Maybe it won't be too bad. But we won't know until we actually get into it. So let's do so. This is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the movie! We open at the North Pole, where we get a dazzling display of lights, which, I have to admit, looks pretty good, even though they come from these oddly designed sprites that are meant to be like the Muses from Hercules. Only this time they actually have a part in this plot. We do know this much, though. Santa is voiced by John Goodman! Yay! He makes everything better! What? You know it's true. Soon enough, we get to see the rather adorable-looking main character, Rudolph, and his parents, who in this adaptation are Blitzen and Mitzi. Although, why does Blitzen have lightning bolt scars on his snout? Is that how the main reindeer are named? By the marks on their faces? Or did Lord Voldemort give him a visit as a fawn?
Come to Papa, Rudolph. Come on.
Go on, Rudolph. You can do it.
So they find out about the nose, but that doesn't really start becoming an issue until Rudolph starts being introduced to others, including bug-eyed elves! Ah! Yeah, the animation quality is weird. At first, it's kinda like the MGM brand of animation, at least in terms of character design, but that scent of cheap 90s animation still lingers as you get some of the common glitches and off details you see from them 90s cartoon shows. Not glaringly distracting, just highly noticeable, if that makes any sense.
Hey, buddy boy. Hello, fellas.
So, where's the baby buck?
Not to mention character stupidity. He's right there for crying out loud. How can you not see him under the father? Oh, and apparently in this version, Comet, Cupid, and Dasher are his uncles. Nothing wrong with that, really. Anyway, the cute moment goes wrong when his nose lights up again. Now everyone knows. Still, the parents think he's got a chance one day to be famous, and that he's fine the way he is. Which is an okay moral. And they even have a song to go with it.
This bouncing baby buck of mine, and his name is Rudy. He's quite a strapping reindeer, and it's very plain, dear. He has your grace and style,
But he has his daddy's smile.
can't wait till he's old enough to play in reindeer games. Then one day he'll pull the sleigh with Santa at the reins.
It's not bad, but definitely not memorable. We do get to see more of Santa's village, which is kinda cool, but
It has a healthy shine.
It absolutely glows.
this doesn't really set up everyone to be as jolly and accepting of the fact that the little fawn has a glowing nose. In fact,
Guess what about?
good job! He is now traumatized by people. No doubt he'll grow up into a social outcast thanks to you. We are then introduced to a couple of named elves. Boone, voiced by Richard Simmons, and Doggle, voiced by Alec Willows. They'll be our comedic duo of the movie, even though they have not a whole lot of screen time. But they are responsible for the plot that is to follow. How? Well, they have to deliver mail to Santa, and to do that, they have to cross the ice bridge of our villainess, Stormella, who also happens to be voiced by Whoopi Goldberg.
Slow down, Boone. You're going too fast. Something's wrong. No. Look what we did to Queen Stormella's garden.
How do you lose control going perfectly straight on a bridge like that? Ice or not, you weren't going to turn or anything, and unless it's the way the bridge looked from afar that made it blend in with the color scheme, where did that crack come from? Either way, we'll see the results later. For now, Rudolph is taken to the factory where the toys are all made, where we get, guess what?
It's Christmas time, we're up here in the north. We're making toys for you until December 24th. We're the elves of Christmas Town, we fill up Santa's sleigh, making sure that everyone has toys on Christmas Day.
It's your typical Christmas elf song. Not bad, but it just lacks the charm that songs from the Rankin Bass special had. Like, even during a low point, there's just something about it to put a smile on your face, like Santa even finding a song bad.
Santa knows who's good, do the things you should, and we bet you he won't forget you, we are Santa's elves.
Alright. Someone's in device.
And here comes Stormella herself. Will Whoopi put on a semi-good performance, or will it fall short?
Which one of you warm-blooded pipsqueaks wrecked my ice scarf?
Well,
I want names.
Yeah, it's definitely hit and miss. Sometimes her sassy attitude hits home, but otherwise it just sometimes feels like she's holding back a bit. Then again, who else can make this character work?
Accident? Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna show you an accident. Step aside, Kringle. I'm taking these culprits home to Ice Castle.
You're not taking them anywhere.
How dare you obstruct justice? You turn them over, or I'll close my ice bridge to the public.
Stormella, your bridge is the only way across Grand Chasm. If you close it, we'll be cut off.
Hand them over.
I can't.
Then my ice bridge is closed. And if anyone from your village dares to cross it, I'll bury the North Pole in my biggest storm yet. I am talking hail. I am talking sleet. I am talking snow and a wind chill factor that will knock your thermal socks off, baby.
You're just upset that the Ice King left you. I really need to watch Adventure Time. So yeah, if anyone crosses her bridge, or bridge is, if this one shot of the background isn't deceiving me, shall cause a storm. Good thing we have flying reindeer who can probably get the mail without crossing them. Anyway, a year passes and Rudolph is now attending reindeer school, where we get introduced to his eventual girlfriend Zoe, currently voiced by Vanessa Morley, who was Kigali from Mobile Suit Gundam Seed. Interesting. Oh, and the ever-spiteful hotshot Arrow, who also happens to be Rudolph's cousin. He'll grow up with Matt Hill's voice and become the twin brother of Zoe's Gundam Seed character, Kira. Thought you wouldn't hear Gundam references in this one, did ya? I know.
My dad Cupid says I was born to be a flyer, just like him. You're out of order, Arrow. I could be a flyer too. Me too. So am I. Not with that nose. Order. Hey, Ruddy, try the circus instead. Ruddy the red-nosed reject ain't ever gonna be a flyer.
You know, it's pretty sad when it looks like this is the first time the bullying occurs, and already he's in tears. Why the sudden mean-spirited action? What did he ever do to you? So poor Rudolph has to deal with being different, until he has a run-in with Santa, who does have a rather nice moment with him.
You must be Rudolph.
How'd you guess?
You look mighty cold, son. So I understand you want to be a flyer like your papa.
You wouldn't want me on your team, sir. Not with this nose.
But I think your nose is grand.
But everyone laughs at me. They call me names and stuff. It hurts, Your Honor.
We're all different on the outside, son. But what counts, young buck? What really counts is what's inside our hearts.
Okay, it might just be me loving the fact that it's John Goodman, but still, Santa is at least still the kind-hearted fellow we know and love, and is one of the few characters who is genuinely accepting of his nose, which is more than I can say for the Rankin Bass Santa. Yeah, I said that. John Goodman Santa is better than Rankin Bass Santa. I mean, in that one, it felt like he was on board with Donner, where unless the nose goes, no way Rudolph coming aboard. But here, Santa don't discriminate. In fact, this next song pretty much affirms it.
I consider everyone in my village, every elf and reindeer, part of my family. Everybody's a somebody in Santa's family tree. Everyone has a place in my extended family. So don't look so glum, my little reindeer chum. Everybody counts in small and great amounts. In small and great amounts. In Santa's family.
Now, I like this song. John Goodman does a good job singing. The lyrics are meaningful in that family can extend to more than just relatives. Hell, One Piece is all about that. And the music fits well into everything going on. Although, now the elves are okay with Rudolph, make up your mind! Soon enough, we're followed up with Paul McCartney's A Wonderful Christmas Time song as Santa takes off for the night. After that, Rudolph expresses his childlike interests to become just like the other reindeer who pull the sleigh, and accidentally shows his interest for Zoe, who, like Santa, is also fond of Rudolph despite the nose. Only thing, she does seem a bit bland, and her liking Rudolph seems kinda rushed. Then again, it kinda shares the same pacing as the Rankin Bass relationship, so yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
We were just talking, Arrow.
It looked more like kissing to me.
There's no reason to be jealous. We're just friends.
Jealous of Ruddy the Red-Nosed Reject? Don't make me laugh.
He's not a reject.
Whatever. Come on, let's go.
Gotta go, Rudolph. Bye.
Loser.
Can I kill him now? Damn hunting regulations. So another year passes, and it's time for the Reindeer Games. Whereas before, it was just young fawns playing and learning how to fly, here it's like a competition a la fairy tale. Rudolph is now voiced by Kathleen Barr, and Zoe matured into Miriam Zerois. I hope I said that right. Nice to see their relationship is still there, even though we didn't get to see it. But anyhow, it's time for the first event, Sleigh Racing. And oh goody, Arrow is still being a dick to Rudolph.
She's my dough, understand?
She's not a trophy, and you shouldn't treat her like one.
Well, at least he can't get any worse. Why, that cheating little... Can I kill him now? Damn it! My god, he's causing a lot of destruction. How has nobody died from this yet? Well, some more spite from Arrow causes Rudolph to let his nose gleam on impulse, causing Arrow to trip a bit, but otherwise, Rudolph wins.
You're disqualified for illegal use of a glowing red nose.
But...
You're banned from the rest of the games.
Can I kill him now? I don't care!
The judges rule, Arrow, winner by default.
That is just bullcrap. Where were they when Arrow was knocking people off their sleigh? Oh, he gets a free pass, but Rudolph gets banned for one use of his nose that apparently is illegal despite him being the only case of it ever happening? It's one thing to ban him for breaking a rule, but why only him? Why must he be the only one to be punished? The nose. That's it. Not very convincing for the won't let him join any reindeer games part of the story. That was just unnecessarily cruel. Rudolph overhears from his father, arguing with the ref about his nose being an accident and whatnot. Rudolph takes it the wrong way and decides to run away. Eventually, we get another rather decent song.
Here on my own, to face the day alone. I need you to get me through the night. I'm lost out in the cold. I want someone to hold. I feel you're near, though you're out of sight.
Reaching for a star, wondering where you are. Where is the love searching for me too? Oh, beyond the mountaintop, the dream will never stop. Give me a sign, I'm running out of time. Show me the light when I fear the dark.
Their singing voices aren't too bad, however they sound a lot better when together, and this does get a great credit reprisal later. My only complaint is that here, it's rather short. So sad, but anyway, the sprite's light lead him into a cave where we're eventually introduced to our first outcast, runaway friend character, Slyly, voiced by Eric Idle, even though he doesn't feel very Eric Idle-ish today. Instead, just a pipsqueak fox with little capabilities. Hence why he can't even beat up a child. Ha ha. But really, they quickly befriend one another, and Slyly even understands his woes.
Who says I'm running away from anything?
I can read just like a book, kid. Your family never understood you. Your friends, they all turned their backs on you. You couldn't take it anymore, so you upped and you left.
Wow, you're good.
Hey, here's a little secret, kid. When things get bad, I mean real bad, just remember, it could always be worse.
Oh, always look on the bright side of life.
Okay, that was too easy. No, instead we get a bizarre song which involves vixen that come out of nowhere and delayed visual aids.
You could be lost in the desert, 200 degrees. No water around and lots of snakes and bees. Remember, it's tough and it's cold out there. Life sometimes can be unfair.
Apart from the song being weird, right now the only thing I'm thinking is, would that be considered his harem? Well, regardless, they start buddying up, making the jokes about the nose seem like a good thing, and finding out what's inside the backpack. Which leads to the fact that Slyly is a bit of a mama's boy and can't sleep without a teddy bear. Rudolph's teddy bear to be exact, but that's okay, he's cool with it. Anyway, the parents find out he's gone and, wait, how did Rudolph write a letter when he has no hands? So he comes by and learns what happened.
Hi, can I see Rudolph, please?
He ran away.
What?
He's gone.
So rather than go out now, we do that later. Zoe takes the initiative and goes out looking for him. But that means her parents get worried too. And so, Santa decides to send out a search party. In the form of Boone and Doggo. Okay, granted they only had like one major screw up so far, so the second chance bid is alright since they aren't unlikable or anything, but you couldn't get anyone else to go. So he decides that for whatever reason that Rudolph could possibly have crossed the ice bridge, that she should too in order to find him. That gives Stormella enough incentive to enact on her promise from 2 years ago, and decides to capture Zoe without any mercy for the child. Rudolph and Slyly experience an avalanche and are forced to find a new place to stay. They find this rather well-furbished cave that's unfortunately home to a polar bear. How do they get around this?
Just let me do the talking, Red. Him? Pardon the intrusion, friend. We're from the Bureau of Cave Safety. Huh? Now, I am sure that you were aware that recent shifts in the polar ice have made some caves unsafe for habitation. Huh? Now, please step aside whilst we inspect the premises. Do as I do. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, this cave could collapse any minute. You gotta vacate immediately. No need to thank us. Just doing our job. Bye-bye now. See ya. Right if you get work. So long.
That is one dumb polar bear. But he quickly realizes this and comes back, only for Rudolph to apologize, and suddenly the polar bear is friendly, and is named Leonard, and also apparently to be a friend character despite having little to no personality or development with any of the others. It's a shame too, considering he's voiced by Bob Newhart. With that said, Rudolph has a nightmare about all the bad things that were said about him and steps outside, only to now meet the sprites in person.
You know my name.
Have we met before?
We're the sprites of the Northern Lights, and we've been keeping an eye on you.
We're admirers of your wonderful nose.
Wonderful?
You see, Rudolph, everyone has a light that shines from within.
But only a lucky few can make their light shine bright enough for the whole world to see.
So, can you see into the future too? I mean, you were singing about him like if you were the Burl Ives snowman, able to time warp to when events happen and still provide a narrative. Only now you pretty much tell Rudolph about Zoe and even help him learn how to control the light. With that all down, he asks his friends to help, only for Slyly to back out because apparently we needed a cowardly hero subplot all of a sudden. Going through the catacombs, they find Zoe. Before they can bust her out, Stormella appears and locks the two up. With that, she tells them of her plans to cause the biggest storm ever, but only one question remains. Why? Why does she hate Santa enough to do this? What did he ever do to deserve her wrath? Song sequence, away!
I get a certain thrill from every falling snowflake or an ice shift
that causes a catastrophic earthquake. I get a happy chill from the crush of avalanches and withered trees with 1,000 breaking branches. Because you crossed my path, you'll feel Stormella's wrath. For now I shall release my stormy masterpiece. A very little gizzard in a wizard of a blizzard. And it's because I hate Santa Claus, that cheerful Santa Claus, that joyful, toyful, and oh so merry. If you ask me, an extraordinary. I hate Santa Claus. Yes, I hate Santa Claus.
So, in other words, you hate Santa because he's Santa, and that he does good and you like bad. Lame. After that bit, Rudolph admits his feelings for Zoe, Boone and Doggle find Rudolph's backpack, and Stormella causes her giant storm. Luckily, Sleigh returned after all to help out, as he ends up stealing the key to the cells, even though I saw no locks earlier, and now there is one. They begin their escape, but they get cornered, and it looks like it's all over for them.
Who shall I freeze first? How about you, Zoe Doey? Leave her alone! And what are you gonna do about it?
By the light of friendship, begone, foul witch!
Whoa! Oh! Hey, help me! Help me! Oh, help me! Help me! Help me!
Of course they save her, but apparently, by Slyly's logic, that means she has to grant Rudolph a wish. So what will Rudolph wish for? New nose? To become one of Santa's flyers? Death to Arrow for all the crap he put him through?
I want you to be nice.
What kind of wish is that?
But Rudolph, you can have anything you want.
Yeah, Red, come on. Think bigger.
You only got one wish, little buddy.
I got it, Rudy. How about a normal nose, huh? Now, see, that's what you always wanted, right? Say the word and it's yours, child.
I want you to be nice.
The North Pole's about to get awfully dull. Melt away, oh heart of ice. You heard me right. Make me...
By the power of cheesy writing! So she becomes nicer, but unfortunately, she is unable to end the storm as it needs to run its course naturally, even though it was magic that caused it.
Use my bridge. It's the shortest way home. Oh, and Merry Christmas!
And so, her small, frozen heart grew 3 sizes that day. With the help of Boone and Doggle, they get back home, just as Santa is about to cancel Christmas. And of course, he wants Rudolph to lead the sleigh team in this storm.
Every flyer needs one of these. Rudolph, because you've demonstrated courage, character, and a heart that's true, I now pronounce you a true blue flyer.
Of course, this wouldn't have happened if he didn't run away, or if Arrow was put out of commission for the bullying he's done. Fine. So the rest goes without saying. They succeed, and everyone who had some hand in Rudolph's character development gets something. Even Stormella. And suddenly Arrow is nice to him. When the hell did this happen? Whatever. Movie's over, and we get the nice reprisal of Show Me the Light.
Show me the light, someone to lead and guide me. Show me the light, a love to stand beside me.
So that was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the movie. And honestly, I can't really hate it despite its flaws. Sure, the animation looks cheap and the story even cheesier than the Rankin-Bass adaptation, but it's harmless in that it tries to be straightforward with the whole Rudolph story. Well, as straightforward as any other animated movie, but still. Some of the voice work is okay, though most of the characters don't have a lot of definable traits, and one that's just... ugh. But then we have characters like Santa who make it worth watching, both for the character and the vocal performance. The songs are bearable, only a few I really liked, but above all, while I prefer the Rankin-Bass special, I would say that if you're curious about this one, you should check it out. It has faults, but aside that, if you want a decent substitute from the usual Christmas-related specials going on, it's worth seeing this one at least once. I'm the Media Hunter, and I'm wishing you all a happy holiday. See you in 2014.
Everybody's a somebody in Santa's family tree. Everyone has a place in my extended family.